This lightweight fight is a battle of two Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts. Jeff Curran takes the fight on 9 days' notice. He is set to battle with Mattserati Serra. Jeff Big Frog Curran is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under the highly respected Pedro Sauer. Curran is known for his excellent jiu-jitsu skills, but he has concentrated lately on boxing and has shown knockout power in his recent fights. Even though it was late notice, Curran jumped at the chance to take on one of the world's best grapplers, Matt Serra.
Fighting Serra last minute, I'd rather fight last minute if I'm in shape, because I have less time to second guess myself or think too much about it.
Matt the Terror Serra is the first American Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt under the legendary Renzo Gracie. Serra is a submission specialist who can pull off a finishing hold at any time from any position. Serra has always made it clear he never wants to be in a boring fight, no matter what the risks are.
I go out there just trying to put on the most explosive, exciting fight possible, just trying to bring the fight. That's what we get paid for. It's not boxing. It's not, just trying to stay away from a guy and give him a little kick or a little jab. You should try to take your opponent out.
Coming up next, two exciting Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts collide as Jeff Big Frog Curran takes on Matt the Terror Serra. The answer to the question, how do I get into a UFC? The answer is be in shape when a UFC is forthcoming. Jeff Curran was prepping for a February fight, thus he was able to debut in the octagon, and he thinks it'll be a good debut here tonight.
Jeff Curran's a tough kid. He's a black belt. He's got excellent strikers. Black belt in jiu-jitsu, excellent striker. And, it just shows what kind of balls he has to take this fight with arguably one of the best 155-pound fighters in the world on short notice like that. He's here to put on a good show, and I'm very excited to see him. It should be a very good opponent for Matt Serra.
Out of Team Extreme, born in Woodstock, Illinois, fighting out of Chicago. Now, he usually fights at 145 pounds. He says he's the harder puncher. I guess we will find out.
Well, Matt Serra's not exactly known for his striking. He's an unbelievable jiu-jitsu specialist. But Jeff Curran, he does fight at 145 pounds, but Matt Serra's he's not a normal 155-pounder. He's like 180 pounds, and he sucks weight to get down to 155. So even though they weigh the same weight, it's probably going to be a big size and strength advantage to Matt Serra once they actually get in the ring together.
A nice opportunity here tonight for Jeff Curran, who becomes the 5th opponent to finally take on Matt Serra. Don't let the 2-3 record mislead you in any way. Matt the Terror Serra could be 5-0, and in many's mind, including his own, should be 5-0. He is still one of the top at his game, and he has that monkey jiu-jitsu show that you dearly love.
Absolutely. Matt the Terror Serra out of Strong Island, New York. Without a doubt, one of the top of the food chain in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. World champion. He's working on his striking. And like you said, he's only got one definitive loss. That was to Shoney Carter by knockout. And it was the first fight in the UFC. And he had, just showed a little lack of experience with his striking. Since then, he's tightened up and improved. And all of his losses since then have been very close. Improving constantly and always dangerous, especially when it goes to the ground. Lightning fast submissions, very aggressive guy. And like I said before, a natural 175, 180-pound guy who cuts down to 155. Should be a significant strength advantage if the two grapple.
He is, as we've said before, the Arturo Gatti of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Tail of the tape brought to you by Miller Lite. Jeff Curran against Matt Serra. Serra is 3 years older. The weights at weigh-in are identical, but as Jeff pointed out, Curran is much smaller. Serra will be beefed up. We will see if that becomes a definitive advantage. Let's get the official introductions and get it started here at the Mandalay Event Center as we check in with the veteran voice of the Octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The first fight of the evening. This fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Let's introduce the fighter standing to my left. This man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and boxing expert. He holds a mixed martial arts record of 17 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw. Standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 154 pounds. Fighting out of Chicago, Illinois. Please welcome Jeff Big Frog Curran. And his opponent, standing to my right, this man is a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighting expert who holds a mixed martial arts record of 11 wins with 3 losses. Standing 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 154 pounds. Fighting out of Long Island, New York, please welcome Matt the Terror Serra.
We anticipate a fast pace in this fight number 1. Steve Mazzagatti, our referee.
You ready? Bring it on.
Welcome to the UFC, Jeff Curran. Matt Serra here tonight, Joe, has something to prove.
Yeah, absolutely. This has actually been the 4th opponent for Matt Serra. Wow, Matt Serra coming in striking. Jeff Curran is thought to be the better striker, but again, fights at a lower weight class.
Matt Serra has been working his stand-up to add to the arsenal. If there was one weakness, it was his lack of stand-up.
Absolutely. He works with Ray Longo, kickboxing coach out of Long Island, and he's constantly improving everything.
Serra utilizing the knees.
Good takedown defense by Curran. Oh,
and there it is. Close guard.
Again, this is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt versus Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Jeff Curran is no slouch on the ground.
Jeff Curran, black belt under Pedro Sauer. Of course, Matt Serra, black belt under
nice elbow.
Enzo Gracie. He keeps busy and starts to work the solar plex area. Half guard now.
Matt Serra's gonna pass. There's a difference in size, and there's definitely a difference in, you know, they're both Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts, but Matt Serra is a world champion black belt. There is a difference.
Matt has said he's altered his training, Joe, so opponents can't run away from his jiu-jitsu anymore. What does he mean by that?
Well, what he wants to keep guys from defending. A lot of guys, sometimes they don't engage him and they just defend, and he gets stuck in a situation where guys are just stalling and he can't do anything to them. It's much easier to fight a guy when a guy's not trying to fight you, when you just push away and just try to defend him. And you know, he's got to come up with tactics to counter that. We'll see what he's done.
He has had quality showings in all 5 of his appearances inside the octagon. 11-3 overall in mixed martial arts.
So far, he's still stuck in Jeff Curran's half guard, but he's landing a lot of shots in there. A lot of elbows in tight, a lot of punches. Jeff Curran's doing a good job of not allowing him to pass, though. Back in the full closed guard.
Back in the full closed. Jeff Curran, as I said, was prepping for a February fight when he received the call from our matchmaker, Joe Silva, because Javier Vasquez and Menjivar and Strebent, all of them, for one reason or another, could not fight against Matt Serra. Now, to help Serra prepare, though, Joe, he received the tape on each guy. Now he's got a stack of tapes. He's got a library of possible opponents that he can refer to in depth some other time.
You know what? He's a very versatile guy, though, and he's ready to go at a moment's notice against anybody. I mean, he didn't complain. I mean, no matter what, you give him an opponent, Matt Serra's there to fight. If you change the opponent, he's there to fight. Doesn't matter.
And in all fairness to Matt Serra, each opponent a grappler, so he did not have to alter his preparation.
Yeah, absolutely.
He is in control here the first 3 minutes of round 1. That's the stuff you love. You love the way he passes guard with aggression and with an acrobatic style, if you will.
And you know what? Jeff Curran's doing an excellent job of keeping him in there. He's trying to lock up an arm. I mean, he's not just trying to be defensive. He's trying to be offensive. He tried to lock a hold of Matt Serra's arm, and he's doing a really good job of keeping him in his closed guard. Nice elbow.
And another one. That one with the left missed, though. Big Frog able to duck under the left, but he did eat part of the right elbow of Matt Serra a moment ago. Only successful passing into the half guard so far here in round 1.
Interesting thing to note about Matt Serra, his right bicep is actually half missing. He tore it a long time ago, never bothered fixing it. So if you look at his right arm, and it looks a little odd. Oh, he almost got the mount there. Good job by Jeff Curran stopping him, but he's still stuck in half guard.
2 Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belts displaying their ability on the ground. And if he is indeed, and he is, a black belt in jiu-jitsu, then Jeff Curran, as he's shown us here, is not uncomfortable being on his back. Now he's able to stand up.
Good job by Curran.
Now Curran, in the advertisement of this bout, has the better punching skills. He's trying to crank that neck of Matt Serra. And Serra wants to work the takedown.
Jeff Curran's doing a great job of keeping it up.
Has Serra done anything to push the pace that... Oh! That's a nice takedown.
Oh, scramble. Oh, big mistake. See Serra's guard. Oh, locks the leg. Oh, there's a difference right there.
Yep.
So that's what I was talking about. There's a big difference between just a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt and a world champion black belt. Matt Serra is top of the food chain. He's got victories over Jean-Jacques Machado. He's got victories over Gomi. I mean, he's a bad dude on the ground.
For those new viewers, it might appear odd, Joe, that a man would be on top of you, but he'd rather be underneath you. But that is, again, the comfort which is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which most of the time starts from your back.
You know what, it's all varies. A lot of guys like to work from their back. Matt Serra is actually more of a top guy. He's a strong, muscular guy. He'd rather be on top choking you. He can fight from anywhere, though. He's a very well-rounded Jiu-Jitsu guy.
All right. All right? Don't slow the ball anymore. Watch the fence lane. Okay? Watch the fence lane. Go get quick.
Okay, here's a throw and the reversal. Curran scrambles and gets on top, and not for long. Serra pushes him off and regains the top position.
So an impressive first 5 minutes of his UFC career for the Big Frog, Jeff Curran.
Yeah, Big Frog definitely looks like he belongs here. He's very calm and relaxed and finding his spots.
Had a nice
looking
fight.
good, Matty. Come on, same thing.
A nice fight against
thing,
Kid
Matt.
Yamamoto. Did Curran, lost but went the distance. And for Matt Serra, indeed this is a time in which he wants to show that he is still amongst the elite in this lightweight division. Formerly a welterweight.
He is, without a doubt. It's just a matter of figuring out a way to utilize all of his skills and develop new ones. I mean, the guy is at top, like I said, top of the food chain, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, and it's just a matter of time before he figures out a way to impose that in a mixed martial arts setting. There's a certain amount of adaptation that a guy has to take when he goes from a pure grappling background to mixed martial arts. Nice. Again, with the body, he's got his back. He's got his back.
He set that up with a punch too, Joe. Set that up with a punch. He says he's training 10 times more on his striking, but it's obvious here so far that he's setting up his takedowns with the possibility of a strike.
That's mixed martial arts. That's everything. You change levels. You throw punches and take the nice. Got the mount.
Here we go.
Jeff
Can
Curran's
Matt Serra finish it here in full mount?
This is a bad spot, and Serra loves the back. If Curran roll, oh, nice job by Jeff Curran, taking it back to half guard, protecting himself here. Very, very good job. Not for long. There's a battle of legs right here. Jeff Curran is working to get his legs inside and get underhooks and use his feet to hook a hold of Matt Serra's legs. Matt Serra is looking to get free and possibly mount again.
With two Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu specialists, this has pretty much been the chess match we thought it would be.
Yeah, and a lot of times the difference in this is how effective the strikes are utilized. They utilize strikes in order to change positions. They'll throw a punch to hurt a guy and shock him and then move his legs out. He's got side control now. Wow, Jeff Curran back to half guard. Very good job by Jeff Curran.
Well trained is Jeff Curran, taking the fight, as I mentioned earlier, on 9 days' notice. Matt Serra trying to finish and finish impressively. Trying to work that left arm. Oh, there's a big right. You could hear that one at the broadcast position.
Yeah, Jeff Curran can't take too many of those.
And then he's going to work that solar plex area to try to have Curran change his defense away from the face and to the side.
Matt's still struggling to pass his guard here. Oh.
Good left. What can Curran do?
Well, you know what? Curran's got to figure out a way to bring Matt Serra's body down and get him into full guard, or he's got to stand up. He's got to push away and stand up.
Oh.
But he can't keep taking those shots.
Serra just missed with that right. Trying to tee it up again. See, now he'll work the body in hopes that Curran will Given an opening up top. Curran not doing so right now.
It's obvious when you see Matt pressuring him like this that Matt is very much a stronger fighter. Jeff's doing a good job of defending himself and protecting himself with his legs, but Matt is, without a doubt, the stronger guy.
That big right landed there, Joe.
It was a good right hand, but look, his body's all twisted sideways.
Right.
He didn't really have full impact on it. It's really more of an arm punch.
There's another arm punch and another. Nice job done
reversal.
by Jeff Curran. That is outstanding perseverance.
Absolutely. Let's see how long he can stay on top. This is a chess match right here. You can see these guys very careful. See, here we go. He just gets up. Mattserati looks much physically, he looks like a much larger guy.
And he gets another takedown. 90 seconds remains here in round 2. The fight has been dominated by Mattserati Serra thus far.
He's stuck in Curran's guard here.
As you said, from Strong Island, he's got that reputation as being one of the town toughies, and justifiably so. First American black belt under Renzo Gracie is Serra. And now he's starting to tee off with the right again. Combinations to the midsection. Steve Mazzagatti, our referee, is right there. There's a kick and a good one, and Serra smiles. And now that will push the pace of Matt Serra.
All right, now Serra's in side control. It's a better spot for him.
He's got the fence to work with as well.
Yeah, this is a bad spot for Jeff Curran.
45 seconds.
45 seconds is a long time to be in this position with Matt Serra on top of you, in side control, dropping elbows and punches down on you. Now what Curran's going to try to do is get his leg in between the legs of Matt Serra and bring it back to half guard.
Matt Serra has really used a lot of energy here trying to finish off Jeff Curran, and his pace has slowed.
There's not much on those punches.
Nope.
He's just trying to soften him up.
And we will take it to the third round.
Oh, he's going to go for an armbar. Oh. He rolled right there into an armbar. Unfortunately, we're out of time for that round. Looking good for Matt Serra. I've got him ahead 2 rounds now.
Looking good. Deep. Breathe, Matt. All I want is you to breathe. Your game is beautiful tonight. Deep breath. Breathe.
All right, let's take a look at that takedown.
He's got it. That was 2 rounds.
Goes for the suplex. And he had his back here. Just couldn't get the hooks in time. Good job defending by Curran. And here's some big right hands from the top. Here's where Curran reversed him. Matt got a little off balance. That's a bad spot for Curran to be trapped against the fence like that, taking those punches. Pretty dominant performance by Matt Serra so far.
Well, let's see if Curran can keep it standing for a while here. That might be the only opportunity he has to win this fight.
Yeah, he definitely wants to keep this fight standing up. Just how long can he? And is he too tired right now? Is he too arm weary to throw effective punches?
Seems to be light on his feet, at least for now.
Oh, nice!
There's the
Beautiful.
combination.
Beautiful right hand.
Oh,
nice
and an uppercut.
He got rocked.
Can he avoid the takedown, though?
That's a guillotine. He's stuck in a guillotine. He's stuck.
And
Pulls his
Serra
head
with
out.
that strength. You talked about the strength difference right at the top of the fight, Joe.
Yeah, well, you know what? Jeff Curran's striking looks very good. If I was him, I'd be trying to get back up on my feet again. Stand up and get out of there, man.
Run away, get back to your feet, and see if you can throw another combination, because that definitely scored points.
Oh, yeah, that rocked Serra. Serra looked rocked by a couple of those right hands.
Let's see if Matt can keep the pace he had earlier. He in Joe's mine as well. And it's dominated rounds 1 and 2.
Yeah, if Curran keeps this on the ground and keeps this a grappling match, he's going to lose. But if he can get up, right here and get out of there,
Oh my!
He almost had his back.
Look at the athletic ability of these great competitors. That's not your normal gymnastics class cartwheel, is it? many gymnasts perform a cartwheel and then have to be careful they don't get punched in the face upon conclusion.
Well, that's a big thing about Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu guys going into mixed martial arts, too. There's a lot of moves that they do that, you know, you just can't do when a guy's allowed to punch you because you leave yourself exposed, and they have to alter their game. And Matt Serra has gone through a transition of altering his game for mixed martial arts.
3 minutes and 5 seconds in round 3 of 3 scheduled 5-minute rounds.
But Jeff Curran has got to figure out a way to get this fight back onto his feet if he wants to have. There, right now, stand up.
All right,
there you
here
go.
we go.
Good job. Get away, push away.
And Serra wisely closes the gap quickly.
Too strong. Jeff Curran, coming up from 145 pounds, is just having a really hard time dealing with the strength of Matt Serra and the fact that Matt Serra is a better Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu fighter.
All
His
about
strengths.
control, and he has had it, hasn't he?
Yeah, Jeff Curran's strengths are Matt Serra's strengths in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but Matt Serra's much better at it. He's really got to figure out a way to get this fight back to the feet if he wants a shot at victory. And with only 2 minutes left, it's going to be tough.
Matt wisely closed the distance, got the clinch almost immediately upon the two fighters making their way back to their feet.
Matt's stuck in Curran's full guard now.
Serra in the white trunks, in the top position as he has been for most of the duration of this fight.
He can land some shots from here in the full guard, but he would really like to be in a better position, like either the mount or side control.
They're on their feet. Curran with an uppercut. Serra again utilizing the clinch to close the distance, to try to neutralize the hands of Jeff Curran. Mattserati tells Serra he can't use his hands on the fence to hold, looking for another takedown.
Matt's just pressing him up against there. This is the chess match. Matt wants to take him down. Jeff wants to push him away.
Curran 26, Serra a few years older. Good knee. Serra knows control for the next 1 minute and 5 seconds is his key to victory. Curran wanted the takedown. Serra, a high knee.
Yeah, this is basically just a battle right now.
You know that Matt Serra would like to push the pace a bit, but he hasn't been able to. And because of that, you have to give a lot of credit to Jeff Curran. Pretty strong UFC debut.
This is just a battle for Matt Serra trying to take Jeff Curran down. That's all it is. Jeff Curran's trying to stand up, push him away, and Matt's just trying to drag him to the ground.
30 seconds remains, and then we will go to the judges' scorecards.
Good job by Jeff Curran avoiding the takedown, but he's got to figure out a way if he wants to win this fight. Oh, Matt's got him down. This is going to be more of the same for him. 10 seconds left.
Well, Matt wasn't able to display all the tools in which he now possesses, but display a domination in victories he was able to do.
Yeah, he definitely dominated the fight. Jeff Curran showed a lot of heart, excellent striking skills, and you know, if given a chance to bulk up and effectively move up in the 155-pound division, I think he's going to be a very successful fighter.
Beautiful.
His brother Nick Serra, who once competed in the UFC. Matt Serra with a wink
Get pizza and pasta
and a victory.
Get the pizza and pasta ready, he says. Tired of cutting weight. All right, let's take a look at some replays here. Good punches. And he goes right into the guillotine. You know, it's going to be very tough to finish Matt Serra. Serra pulls his head out. And here's that escape where he used both his feet to push Serra off of him, launches him off him, gets back to his feet where he wants to be.
And a time in the future, will we see the Big Frog be able to display what seemed to be some pretty good striking skills more at length? Tonight, not the night, though, because of the control and the strength difference. That goes advantage Matt Serra as we await the official scorecards to be handed to our Octagon announcer, Bruce Buffer. Serra obviously confident that he will up his record to 3-3 and avenge the losses to Dean Thomas and BJ Penn, his last two trips inside the Octagon.
try to get the show started. Thank you, Lorenzo.
Bruce Buffer has the judges' scorecards.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. Judge Nelson Hamilton scores the bout 30-27. Judge Cecil People scores the bout 30-27. And Judge Dalby Sherby scores the bout 30-27 for the winner by unanimous decision, Matt the Terror Serra.
So congratulations to Matt the Terra Serra. He always talks about missing pasta and pizza. He will enjoy some pasta and pizza tonight. He'll enjoy it much more so as he ups his record to 3-3 here inside the world-famous Octagon. Joe Rogan.
All right, congratulations, Matt. Get the pizza and pasta ready, right?
Oh, damn. Mama Sarah in Long Island. Freshwater mozzarella. All right, the homemade doughs. I'll be back on my Sunday night.
Now, how frustrating was it for you to have 4 different fighters for this fight before you finally got one?
I want to thank Jeff for stepping up, man. He has a lot of balls. Very jiu-jitsu black belt. That's why he's slippery down there, but he was very technical and very brave. It was a little frustrating, but that's the fight game, you know? It's the toughest sport in the world. Guys get hurt training, and I'm very fortunate to have a nice fight tonight.
All right, we're going to take a look at some highlights of the fight. Give us your thoughts on these.
Yeah, you know, I'm working on all, since my last fight, striking and takedowns, trying to get it almost as good as my jiu-jitsu. You know, I'm trying to get it up there. It's all I've been working. I've been very fortunate to work with a lot of good wrestlers. Ray Longo, my striking coach. And I'm just trying to execute it. Might have been not 100% perfect, but next time I fight, it'll be getting better and better.
What percentage of your training right now you're dedicating to striking as opposed to grappling?
I'd say 80%, 85. My jiu-jitsu is my love. I live and breathe it. I have 2 schools in Long Island, and I dedicate this fight to my family and friends that are here today. But jiu-jitsu is my love, but you need to be well-rounded in here. Just my jiu-jitsu is not gonna fly. I can't be so patient, you know?
Do you feel like as the fight game goes on, as you progress, you get more and more comfortable with using your jiu-jitsu because you're now in this position where, since you've been striking so much, you're using stuff where before you were getting punched and you were like, man, I'm getting punched in this situation. Now I'm not. Now I'm grappling and I'm taking guys down and I'm choking them. I'm sounding like a blabbling idiot.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is the transition between being a pure grappler and being a mixed martial arts fighter.
I'm a fighter at heart. My safety blanket, my true love is jiu-jitsu, so I can always go back to it. And it's the best because it's the best for defending yourself. But I need to be complete, and I'm trying to get my stand-up and my wrestling up to par with my jiu-jitsu.
What can we look forward to you in the 155-pound division in the future?
I'm fighting everybody, and I come to fight. I come to fight to finish. I was in positions where I could have chilled, rode out the round. It's not my style. I'll go out in the blaze of glory before you see me sitting there looking at the clock, wondering if I won that round.
All right, well, great job. Congratulations. Back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Joe.
Matt Serra, folks.